Hey guys, Cruznik X back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. Give me a sec to adjust this. Yeah, this will do just fine. Alright, so we're back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness and well into patch 3.4. Yeah, 3.4, aka Soul Surrender. When we last left off, anyway, yeah, when we last left off, we were meeting up. We had found this Kobold stalking around, and it looks like the Kobolds are trying to summon Titan again, and quite frankly, we can't let that happen. So, we're gonna speak to Gabu. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That is why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Ooh. Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come. Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Before we do anything else, I do want to do something about that mini-map. I want to increase the size a little bit and move it right. Like, almost. There we are. Alright, now we have a bigger map. Quickly! Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way! I am so fortunate that they can't fuck with me. Because I'm way more powerful than them. And if they think they're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck them right back. And I'll make sweet love to their chest with the business end of a broadsword. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother? Aye, it's just that... I'm quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I I struggle to imagine kobolds leaving Kurthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians, as Dankred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never you mind about that. As Alice said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. This next one is the last and is very large, very big, very huge, very large. And it's in the heart of... Oh, wait, no, it's just right in that... It's just right in the middle of the fate. I thought it was going to be in the Ogamoro mines. I was going to be like, the fuck? If I had to go into the Ugamaro mines again, I was going to be pissed. Where is the cache? Though you cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. Confound it! What about you, Chris? Any luck? Nope. Nothing! But this cannot be! Gabu saw them! Spied! Spotted! Saw! Think, brother, think! They must have moved them, yes? The question is, where to and why? Within Ogamoro, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them! And we will, Gabu. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other crates' caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them to the Commander Bloedine's company. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. The crystals, Chris, if you would be so kind. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloedine of the situation. Pray, go on ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheryte within the Ugamaro mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gaboon doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way! This way! I would fuck with it, but I'm not an idiot. But I will fuck with that a little bit. Get my Ugamaro beadsman out of the way. Oh, beadsman, where are you? Oh, you can't avoid me forever. These mines may be narrow, but they're well enough that I could kill every single last one of you. Without a second thought, even. So where are you hiding? I just want to get you out of the way before I frickin' do anything else. Nah. You wouldn't be holding out on me. would you? Oh, well. Ooh, I think I see a symbol there. Nope. Oh, well. We just have to do this the hard way. Seeing as how you're too weak to stop me, I'm just gonna pass right by you. Luckily, we still know the lay of the land in Ugamaro. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Kidding. Ah, I take it this is the Aetheryte we seek. Right then. As we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Chris. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Ogamoro. Quickly, you dods! Briskly, swiftly, quickly! I will not suffer any further delays! Miss me, assholes? Lay down your arms and surrender! We have your crystals! There will be no summoning this day! Overdwellers? Here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Oh, they're dead. Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace. You monster! How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the Overdwellers. No, Alice, not yet. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering upon your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us, together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the Overdwellers' convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you! Liars! Betrayers! Oathbreakers! You take and you take and you take, and when you've had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live. That our god drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you. And I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something. Please. Please. Please! Oh, dip. And we're fucked. Wake up! 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 Great. Damn it, Gabu, you had one fucking job! Wait, what? The fuck? Seven hells! I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alphino! Leave him to me! We must away! Let's do it. Oh. Yeah, not the best way to go about this. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we would like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they presented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of Ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogamoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Chris, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Thank you, my friend. Alistair and I will tend to Gabu. When you finish with the primal, look for us at Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. We gonna face him in the naval hard. I hate everything of this quest. Well, let's do this. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, wait, what the fuck? That's interesting. I said I'd come. I said I'd come. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, wow. I said I'd come. I said I'd come. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I said I'd come. I said I'd come. I'm here. Mother, Father, I can't find you. Wake up! Why? 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 Man, this version of Titan is like really just angst. I didn't expect I'd have to face Titan like this again. We're almost there. So if people would stop falling off the fucking edge, we may have been done with this quicker. Luckily, Eos can fly. We're almost there. 1% left. Where are you? Where are you? Well, who's getting it? Is it me or... Oh, he's just got a goatee. Thought his mouth was open like 24/7. Forget it. And I got 2 player commendations out of it. Cutscene? Cutscene? No? Okay. So much for that. Alright, let's head back to Camp Overlook. But while we're doing that, we might as well take care of a couple things. I mean, as a hunter... It's not like me to leave a prey unkilled, right? And look at that, an Ugamaro beadsman. I just killed your god again. How do you feel about that? And the funny thing is, I could do it all day long. While we're killing kobolds here, let's take a little bit of time to notice the difference between this particular time in Titan Hard as opposed to other times in Titan Hard. First off, you notice that a whole shit ton of the pretty much all the lines were overhauled. In fact, the entire battle, you could tell that this particular version of Titan that was born from Gabu's pretty much Gabu's sadness at his parents being dead, it was pretty much full of angst. And that was pretty much it, which is why the lines that Titan said pretty much reflected Gabu in every single way. I kind of feel bad for Gabu, all things considered, but at the same time, you know, it was a primal. Come on. We're scions. Come on. Ah, there he is. Didn't I tell you he would return safe and sound? The deed is done then. Titan is no more. Good. There's been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is most certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence, should that prove to be the case. He must be put to death, like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ysael's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Man, do I feel bad for Gabu. There's naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one we may never even come to pass. Let us tend to the more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloerdine of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Yeah, sure, it always seems to be my job anyway.
Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst. But they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it. But not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal. And there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like. We were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane.
Have you no tact? So, what's Alice doing?
Who goes there?
Relax, it's just me.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. So quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words.
Those were Louis's words, weren't they?
I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. But when Grandfather revealed the whole truth of the calamity to us, I finally understood. And I resolved there and then to continue his legacy in my own way. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve, and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing.
Good words.
We have to try, do we not?
Damn right.
Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the Warriors of Darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger, of you.
Oh God, you're not gonna fall in love with me, are you?
Pray, forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Oh, what's there to recount? Like every single last fucking thing that happened? Under some... I wonder what the ants, how it would change. I'm going to talk about the Dravanian hinterlands. Let's just say,
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands, having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Charlene. I should like to speak with her someday.
You will, eventually.
It would surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
Now what? Oh, this douche again. Where is it? He's in Thanlan. In the Golden Bazaar.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the Kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Is this guy freaking Urianger's brother or some shit?
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Wait, what?
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
No. That's not don't tell me that's Urianger!
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness.
Oh, you shady motherfucker!
Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
You fucking asshole! Oh, I'm so pissed. What ho, Chris? I trust you had a good night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Denkrit and Yishtol via LinkPal. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. 'Twould seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found. But we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flushed with Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we play Orianger another... Wait, where's Alice? She was here a moment ago, with Gaboo. Over at the air dock, of course. Aha! Let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloedin, something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance. Until he comes back to us. Until we know for certain what has become of him.
Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will Maelstrom Command.
I'm so sorry, Gaboo. Truly I am. You should never have been made to. And I know I can't possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels it fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. Never, ever forget.
Come along, little one.
I will remember them. And you, Alice. Thank you.
Well, that's progress.
Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. and those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A 1,000 times over, aye. There will be a reckoning. Let's return to the waking sands. Even though I know I'm not gonna like what I fucking see. But before that, let's repair our gear. I still feel bad for Gabu, but we've heard the glad tidings from Ogamoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsalominsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling Chris to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Gaerun oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of words parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every humble calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of 10 and 13, only 6 worlds remain. Aye. All is as my lady Menphilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto the endless sea, to endure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and the subsequent return to the life stream.
However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative. For if the first were to fall to the transcendent light in the manner of the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise.
If that is true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice.
Ere we speak further on the subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties.
Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes?
I know beyond the shadow of a doubt. And lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rauga. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Eileen Rail's network of spies.
Surely you jest! And yet, it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, we can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers were. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Chris, Alice, will you come with me to Little Alamigo?
You know I will.
Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand.
May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. And may you ever continue to be a shady motherfucker!
Alfino, Alice, Chris, are you three listening? Good. I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you are sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them. And the crystals too. What few remained, Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Sir Emmerich's men no longer have any need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ha! And here I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Wait a moment. There's more. And I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Eileen Rail, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that. Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Y'shtola next. But is there someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't.
Haha, Alice is getting suspicious!
What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levelier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though. Little Amigo awaits. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Did you have something to say?
Do you have something against Urianger all of a sudden?
Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Chris. If anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I would suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence.
Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.